Hi everybody, this is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. It is approximately 10:30 p.m. on October 1st, 2018, and I'm coming to you with a little video on how I kind of serge my fabric without having a serging sewing machine. I am using my basic Kenmore sewing machine, and you can see it here. It's just a basic model of the Kenmore sewing machine. I got it at Sears. This is all the stitches it does, you guys. Just a basic sewing machine. It has straight stitches, zigzag stitches, button, I think the buttonhole, and some decorative like embroidery. H and I. Focus. Focus. It's not going to focus. And you can change the stitch lengths and whatnot. It's just a basic sewing machine, you guys. Nothing fancy. So this is kind of how you can baste your fabric using just a standard sewing machine. So I have a piece of 28 count even weave fabric. This is the fabric that you can get at Joann's or Michael's or wherever in the cross stitch thing. It comes in a tube or it comes in just a package folded up. This is some stuff I had on hand, and I'm going to be using this for the Caterpillar cross stitch 12 days of Stitchmas pattern right here. Whoops, sorry about that, you guys. The 12 days of Stitchmas Caterpillar cross stitch stitch along. So this is a pattern of, I can't show you many of the things, but it's basically like, so you get ornaments. Basically it's like an ornament like that. It's the 12 days of Christmas and little ornaments on a Christmas tree. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that generally. There's 4 ornaments out right now. Yeah, and there's 2 ornaments coming out every week. You can see here the parts when they're released. The 14th, the 28th, the 12th, the 26th, the 9th, and the 23rd. So the end of November, the last set is released. And so I'm just doing it on white even weave fabric. So the color that I am actually going to be basting with, the back part is kind of a gray, and I'm using this teal right here for you. So I'm actually going to have to get this threaded, and once I get the sewing machine threaded, I will be ready to go. So in this sewing machine, it's pretty easy. So you have the thread. You have the thread there, and it comes over here to this silver piece that should be popped up. If it's not, you have to pop it up. Then you slide it down this little slot down here. You follow the arrow at the bottom of that, bring it up and back around, and there's another metal part right there, right in there, that you have to pull up. So if you bear with me, I'm gonna rotate this so it comes up. Ta-da! There it is. There's the other metal piece. So the thread comes up and around that metal piece, and then it goes back down here and gets threaded through your needle. So let me do that, and I will be almost ready. So let me do that for you. All right. Thread the needle. Do 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 do. There we go. Huh. All right. So then that goes up. There's a little catch back there. That comes up like that. All right. I got my needle threaded. So this first setting I'm going to use on this is a zigzag stitch. I am going to change this to this zigzag stitch C. So I just adjust this dial. Going the wrong way. There's A. There's B. And there's C. Alright, then this is stitch length. I'm going to do a 2.5 or 1.5-ish. Alright, so I'm on C and I'm at 1.5-ish on the length. Alright, you can see that now. Alright, so here we go. Move this down just a little bit. Okay. Whoops. Sorry. Alright. So I'm going to drop this on here, just like so. Get it kind of started. There we go. Move my foot pedal. Do, do, do. Running the zigzag stitch all the way down the side. Now side chain. Side number 3. Side number 4. And again, you know, I'm not the world's perfect stitcher and perfect sewer, so, you know, my stitches on this aren't exactly straight, but it keeps the edges from fraying, which is pretty much all I really need. Alright, so we have this Now what I'm going to do is kind of go back over the same stitches without taking it off the machine. I'm going to go back over the same stitches, but I am actually going to change my settings up here to A for the straight stitch, and I'm going to make this a 2. So A2 for my stitches, this part, and then I'm just going to take it and stitch over the edges of where I was just stitching. Just with a straight stitch, it kind of locks the zigzags in, the zigzag stitches in that you just did. Yes, it takes a little bit longer to do it this way than if I were to use a serging machine, but I don't have a serging machine, and I'm not going to go out and buy a serging machine just to do this. So this is the way I have found to do serging without a serger for your cross stitch fabric to keep the fraying down. Alright, side 2, straight stitch. Alright, whoops, I'm going to put that back down through there. Flip it around. Side 3. Yeah, not exactly even on this, but oh well. Okay. Flip it around, side 4. My last side. So just to show you, this is kind of what it looks like. So you have the zigzag stitches and the straight stitches kind of going through them. It's not exactly perfect, but you know what? It'll help keep the fabric from fraying too bad. So I'm good with it. And I also don't have to wait for fray check or fray block to dry. I can actually just sew it right up and start stitching. Yay! So this piece is now serged. The gray and the teal and the teal on the back. The gray and the teal. So this fabric is now ready to go whenever I'm ready to start stitching on the 12 Days of Stitchmas. So my fabric is ready to go for that. Again, this was the piece that I had the blue fabric marker gridded. I had the gridding done on this with the blue fabric marker. You can kind of see that some of the gridding is left behind. I'm not sure if that's going to come out in the wash or not. I hope it does. You can kind of see the grid lines I hope it comes out. If not, I'll probably have to end up dyeing the fabric and dyeing the piece once it's done. Maybe make it like more antique. I don't know. But anyway, so there's my fabric for the 12 Days of Stitchmas by Caterpillar cross stitch. There you go. Now I'm ready to kit that up and to get started on that. All right. So my last piece that I have for you. I'm actually going to change my thread out and use the orange one that I just used to sew the 40 count gauze to the muslin in the last video that I just had. So let me swap that out and I'll be right back. Take care. Give me a couple minutes, just a minute. Hi everybody, thank you for waiting. That was a couple minutes while I changed out my threads. I got orange thread in the sewing machine now, and this is my 32 count cappuccino. As you can see here, this one edge already came serged for me, so I don't need to worry about that. This other edge right here is the selvage edge, so I also don't need to worry about that. So I have two edges of the fabric that need to be serged or sewn to prevent fraying, and those are the edges I'm going to do now. So I'm going to start over here with the longest edge and the selvage. So basically it's the same thing that I just did. I'm changing this to zigzag C-stitch and about 1.5, give or take. Stupid bug. There's this little bug that's been kind of flying around that's kind of bugging me. Anyway, so here we go. I got that set up. I find my corner. I want to do this corner here. This corner. There we go. Actually, let me figure out like which side I think is going to be my front. And some slabs. This side is probably going to be my front, so I want the orange on the front side. Remember, orange front, orange front. Alright, so I'm going to just kind of plop it in there. Do a couple of stitches to lock it in. And start. There's my foot pedal. Side number two. Side number two. Side number two is the short side. Okay, we got side number 2. Side number 2. Then we're going to do the straight stitches, and then just pull that out. Cut that. Okay. Alright, got this threaded again. Put that back in there. Get that over there. Alright, so we change this to A. We're going to change this to 2. Change that to 2. We're going to slide this back in here. Cut that off. There we go. Slide this back in here. Kind of put it in the middle. That's why I kind of do that first. I usually try and hold the thread, because now, oh, that went through pretty easy. Alright, so we have this. Put that back in there. Alright, so this goes back in there. Drop the thread and start. Okay, side number 2. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, the other reason why I probably don't ever sew project bags of my own is because I'm not really a sewer. Sewing is not my thing. I don't own any project bags, and I'm not going to make any project bags. I'd love to own a couple of project bags. I just have never really made the purchase. So, but I'm not going to sew my own. I know there's like patterns out there where you can do that, but I'm not going to do that. Sewing is not my forte. Definitely not my forte. Sewing is not my strong point. So there you have it. Alright, so you guys, this is how I serge my fabric. Using just the basic, I don't know if you can see that or not. Can you focus? No, maybe not. Maybe if I turn this off. Maybe. So, we have the basic zigzag stitch on the sewing machine and a straight stitch. That's how I kind of serge my fabric. You can see it here too. That's basically it. So, I got my, this is the Santa's house fabric. It's all now ready to go. So, when I'm ready to stitch that, I am ready to go now. So, yay me. Alright, so that's it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed learning how I kind of serge my fabric using my basic Kenmore sewing machine, using a zigzag stitch and a straight stitch. I've kind of started doing that a few months back after watching a couple of Flosstube videos on how to do it. That's also kind of what I used to stitch this piece of 40 count gauze for my Scary Berry by Erica Michaels. If you can see here, I'll unfold it for you. This piece of 40 count gauze is stitched onto a piece of muslin using the same zigzag and straight stitch. So this is ready to stitch now. I just have to put it in a hoop, and the muslin will help keep it taut so I can stitch on the 40 count gauze. Yeah. My plan for the 40 count gauze is to stitch a tent stitch, continental stitch, whatever you call it. Yeah. So anyway, there you have it. That is serging or basting your edges. Serging your edges using a normal everyday basic sewing machine and with a zigzag stitch and a straight stitch. So yes, you can do it to keep your fabric from fraying. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and we'll see you soon. I don't know when my next video is going to be, but anyway, I'll go ahead and turn you to me. Hi there, it's me again. So anyway, I don't know when my next video is going to be, so I don't know when my next update will be either. So anyway, keep on keeping on, stitch all the things. Happy October. It's dark October stitching, you guys. Stitch on whatever makes your heart happy this time of year. Drink all the coffee, drink all the pumpkin spice coffee, drink all the tea, just start preparing for the cooler weather because it's coming. And enjoy fall, enjoy the change in the leaves, and I hope you guys got something out of this. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Tell me what you liked and what you didn't like. Or what you didn't like, or what you liked. Leave me questions. I'll try my best to answer them to the best of my ability. And we'll see you soon. Take care and keep on keeping on, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.